Hello everyone, welcome back to my videos. I hope you remember in last video we have configured Active Directory. Alright, so this is the Active Directory console which I have already opened. Active Directory users and computers, which is here. We have configured successfully, it's working now. And as we discussed in previous video we should have DNS server, alright, for Active Directory. So today in this video we will going to configure the DNS server for Active Directory. So just click on Start, Administrative Tool, and DNS, which is already opened here. Alright, let me close this one window, this double. Alright, this is our DNS server. So this is a PDC, so don't get confused. Our Active Directory name is test.local, and this DNS server is installed on this computer, local computer. That's host name is PDC, primary domain controller. Alright, this is the log files, the log of your DNS. Alright, and this is the forward lookup zone and reverse lookup zone. So let's talk little about these two zones, forward lookup and reverse lookup. This is your domain name test.local, and in this there are the few records, means there are the several, but the most famous record is a record, which will map your host name to your IP address. Alright, whenever you want to fire any query from a DNS query from your command prompt, if you want to know how, means hey, I have this workstation name is PDC, this is the one, and you want to know it is mapped with which IP address, means this PDC host name having which IP address. So you just have to run the ns lookup and type your host name. Let's do it now. ns lookup and type your PDC, which is your host name. Hit enter. Alright, so the query is resolved, but the server, if you notice here, the server name, it is localhost. Insist it should have pdc.test.local should be here, and the IP is 127.0.0.1. it is a loopback IP address, so it should not be here. It should be your server IP address, which is 192.168.1.1. alright, so that means your DNS server is not working properly. Let's check it out again by right clicking on your domain name and launch the ns lookup from the console, and we are getting error here. The DNS request timed out. That means we are unable to resolve your query. So our DNS server is not working. Alright, so we just checked it out for your information, and these are the records. Let's talk a little about the records and all. Alright, so there are the several types of records. So the A record, what we have here, this is the A record. So an A record is used to map a host name to an IP address. So this is just an example, shows that the IP for mail.example.com is this one, 192.0. whatever the IP is there. In our case 192.168.1. alright, so you can see here this host name is mapped with this IP address. So a record is responsible for the same. It indicates your host name is using this IP address. Alright, so we have MX record. If you have mailing services in your infrastructure, so you should have the MX record, which indicate which server or servers are responsible for handling the mail domain. Alright, ns lookup is for naming servers, which will indicate this is the server handling the this naming server services. Alright, and CNAME record, that is that you can say alias name. Alias name, just just check it out, this para. If you want a host name to be alias for some other domain, you can give it a cname record to indicate the real domain that is aliasing. In this example, this is a server dot example is the real domain name. All right, but due to some requirement, you can give this name ftp.example.com, which will be your alias name. All right, and ptr record is like reverse DNS data. For example, as we discussed here, the host name for let me remove this one. All right, host name for PDC is mapped to this IP, and ptr record work vice versa against the A record. So ptr record indicate whereas a record map to IP address. So ptr record make it possible to start with an IP address and discover which host name points to it. For example, you're trying to locate 192.168.1. So who is using this IP address? So you have to fire DNS query. If your reverse lookup zone is configured properly, then you will come to know, oh, this is the mail.example.com server using this IP address. All right, so hope your query is clear here about the DNS records. So this is a forward lookup zone which resolve your host name to your IP address, and reverse lookup zone, it's like vice versa. All right, it resolve your IP to your host name. So it's not configured, that's why we are getting error here. When we launch the NS lookup, we are getting error here, timeout. So we should not get this one. If you're getting this error, so that means if you having the application partition and the mail action server and other services which will not going to work smoothly. All right, so make sure your DNS server is configured properly and working fine. So let's configure the reverse lookup zone. The forward lookup zone is already present and it's working fine. So let's click next. This is just a welcome wizard. Next, and then of course this should be my primary zone, because this is a new server, and the store zone in Active Directory available if only if DNS server is writable domain. So these are the writable domain. Click next. Let it be as it is. To all DNS server running a domain controller in the domain test.local. Next. So our environment is based on IPv4 version. The IP address, hope you remember, we assigned 192.168.1.1 for this server, which is based on IPv4 protocol. Click next, and your network ID. So what's your network ID? Let's find out. Open your command prompt, type ipconfig, and this is your host name. We are using class C IP range. So till here, this is your network ID. So this is the third octet if you're using class C. So this is the first octet, second octet, third octet, and this is the fourth octet. So till here, third octet is your network ID. So let's type your network ID here, 192.168.1. All right, click next. So your network ID is here. Click next. So these three options are allow only secure dynamic update, which is recommended from Microsoft for Active Directory. If you select this option, non-secure and secure dynamic update, that means your server will be vulnerable for DNS attack. All right, so just let it be as it is, recommended. Click next. We are done. It's configured, and this is our reverse lookup zone. If you notice, we don't have any PTR record which is responsible for indicating your IP address to your host name. All right, we already discussed here an example who is using this IP. So if we fire any query, we should get this name. Oh, this server is using these IPs. For that we require PTR, but there is no PTR record exist here. So for this server we should have PTR record. So just right click on your reverse lookup zone, new PTR, browse it, select your server, select your forward zone, and then your server name, sorry, your domain name test.local, and find out your A record, which is here. So we are binding now PTR to A record. So whenever you want to know hostname to IP and IP to hostname, this query will work fine. You don't have to follow this procedure for your all workstation in future whenever you want to add your workstation in this Active Directory. So as soon as you add your workstation in Active Directory, the record will be going to create automatically, but you don't have to follow this procedure for your all workstation. It will going to work automatically, PTR and A record. We will going to see in the future videos the same. All right, so click OK, refresh your zone. All right, just check and launch your NS lookup. Here we should get the proper DNS server name and IP address. So just launch it. Now the default server is proper now, pdc.local, sorry, pdc.test.local, and this is our IP address. And here we fire one query NS lookup. If we type this NS lookup only, so we should know what's our DNS server name. Oh, still this is a local host and server is wrong, but it's not an issue. You got the confirmation from here, from the DNS console. When you launch the NS lookup, is working fine, server name and all. If you restart your DNS server, it will gonna work fine, so don't worry about it. All right, so we have successfully configured our DNS server, and we have gone through with these records and all. So we are done here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time and watching my videos, and like and subscribe for more videos and updates.